Good morning, grand rising, and welcome to your tomorrow that God granted to you because He kept you through the night. A thankful and thriving Thursday to you. I hope you said thank you this morning before your feet even hit that floor. But if you didn't, you still have time to say thank you, God. Thank you for life today. Thank you for breath and health and strength and a sound mind. Good God, that's a lot. And then I could go on, but I ain't even going to hold you long. But welcome to AM with Kim, y'all. I am glad to be in front of you this morning, to be in the land of the living, above the dirt, as my grandmother used to say. I'm excited, and I hope you are too. I pray that you have awakened this morning refreshed and revived and renewed and ready to run on to see what your Thursday will be. Or like the islanders say, your Thursday. Hope your Thursday is going to be thankful and thriving. And throwing a little bit of terrific on that too. Hello, come on. You can't get too much of the greatness. Yes, Lord. It's good to be here this morning. Thank you for my regulars who come and sit with me in these morning motivations. And thank you for the new people who are just joining this journey. I appreciate you. I pray that something is said that will motivate you in the morning, get you through your day, and that you'll circle back around in the evening for PM with Kim for some evening inspiration. So, yeah, I appreciate you all. I do. From the bottom of my heart, I do. And I'm going this afternoon. I'm going to leave work a little early and go get this elbow checked out and see what they say we got to do. But it's hurting, but I'm still here. Thank the Lord I can feel the hurt, because somebody can't feel their hurt. Good God. Whew. So all is well. All is well. So I ain't gonna hold you long, because I'm on the struggle bus still. Nevertheless, I'm going to get in and get out and bid you adieu so that you can have a blessed and beautiful day. And then I'll circle back around this evening and have some kind of update. But thank you for joining me. So sit back and grab whatever it is you're sipping on or chewing on and sit with me for a few minutes, ride with me for a few minutes. And yeah, let's do this. All right. The morning motivation reads, sometimes people will hear you better if you speak with a voice of compassion instead of authority. They long to be understood more than to be lectured. And that's so important in so many areas of your life. So many, I try to keep that in mind as a teacher, just, having compassion, accepting people where they are. And that's the thing. We oftentimes don't accept people where they are. But they can't move to where they need to be if you're just browbeating them all the time. Speak in love, and don't lecture. And let's just start from a parent-child relationship. Yes, as the parent, you are the authority. Yes, you have expectations for your children. Yes, you're not going to allow them to get away with mess. However, sometimes your kids just need you to hear them with a heart of compassion, and then speak to them in kind. Everybody, it don't require a lecture. Sometimes you might want to say something, and if what you're saying really ain't edifying, or it really is not going to change the situation, but it's just going to make your child or your loved one feel worse, then don't say it. Don't say it. Learn to be an empathetic listener, and then respond in love. It ain't always I told you so, whatever. When people mess up and people have issues, the last thing they need for you to say is, I told you so. Because they already feel bad already. They don't need you to remind them of their shortcomings. They don't need you to remind them of their fumble, their fail. They know it, they're carrying it, and they're going to internalize it even more if you remind them. So speak in love. And sometimes you might not even need to answer. Or let your answers be soft. A soft answer turns away wrath. You know what? Because if you come with aggression, it's usually going to be met with aggression. And then you just have negative energy back and forth, back and forth. So learn to hear your kids. My mother used to say, you let your son talk too much. He have too much to say. Well, that was old school. We were told, go sit down somewhere and keep your mouth shut. So we weren't able to express our feelings. On the other hand, I want to hear my child. I want him to be able to trust me, to be able to come to me with things. And if I shut him down every time because I'm old school and say, you go sit down and you don't talk, he ain't gonna never talk to me. So we got to shift a little bit sometimes. And so, but when even in talking to each other, talk with compassion, speak with love, and try to be as empathetic as possible. You can't have empathy if you ain't never experienced it, but you can be sympathetic to the person in their situation. You can't have empathy if you haven't felt it. But if you can have sympathy for them, like, wow, that must be a struggle to carry, or that must have been hard for you to say, or that must have been difficult for you to experience. That's sympathy. Empathetic is, I got you. I feel you from the depths because I've been there. And then you're even more compassionate, I think. But people don't need to be lectured. And then, relationship wise, spouse or significant other, you can quell a lot of conflict and argument if you just listen with your heart and not be ready to spew off something immediately. Don't listen to respond. Oh, your spouse or your significant other says, you know what, when you did so-and-so, it made me feel so-and-so. Well, you did so-and-so. That's not how you resolve something. You listen to what they said made them feel some kind of way. Maybe you didn't intentionally do it, and you listen, you feel what they're feeling, then you can process it better and have conversations that don't feel like a lecture or a point or a gotcha or, just something laced with negative energy. Some people just need a soft answer. And sometimes they don't even just need a soft answer. They just need you to listen with your heart and support them. And you'll find that, you'll get more out of people when there's not a push-pull, when there's not a aggression, when there is, peace in the midst of whatever you're dealing with, because it will make the situation manageable and it'll bring it down. You can de-escalate a lot of stuff just by being quiet or just by keeping yourself, your voice to a normal speaking tone, softness in your spirit. And you'll find that you'll get better results that way when you're not just that aggression like that causes more. So when people are going through, they don't need you to remind them of their downfalls. They don't need you to tell them, I told you so. They don't need you to speak loudly or speak over them. They don't need you to take their words and twist it to make it something that you said. You listen, you respond in kind, you respond, calmly. You give back what you thought you heard and allow clarity. And that's how you communicate. And that's how your outcome is better. It's more peaceful. And you can continue to establish and ground your relationship, because it's not a push-pull. It's not an attack. It's not an aggression. It's not like, I got you. It's, you know what, I heard you. I feel you. Let's work through this. Because people need compassion, especially when they're going through something, especially when they know they're wrong and they did something wrong and they're feeling it. They don't need you to remind them. So we have a responsibility to have a soft answer. And sometimes silence is the best answer. And having compassion, listening and feeling with our heart what the person is going through and supporting them in love. And that's how you build and maintain relationships. That's how you strengthen your relationships. And that's how you allow people to want to come to you again in similar situations or in other situations where they might need your support. But they're not going to come to you if you always rah, rah, rah. If you always got something to say, or you know what, you should do this, or you should do that. You should be quiet and listen to them. You should stop telling your opinion. Yeah, you might have an opinion, but It is not necessary for you to invoke that opinion on somebody in every situation. It's not, because it might be good for you, but your opinion might not work for me. So stop putting your opinion on people and just listen. And sometimes you don't need to say a word. Or when you do say a word, let your words be kind. Let them be caring. Let them be compassionate. Let them be soft. Let them be encouraging and edifying. And you'll find that your relationships will build. People will trust you more. They'll want to come to you more. And you will know that you've had a part in being a blessing to somebody and helping them through something tough without reminding them of their shortcomings. So that's it. That's all, y'all. Keeping it short and sweet today. But that's it. Be kind and compassionate, tenderhearted, and full of love. And you'll find that people will be drawn to you. And it'll make you better in return. So go and be great today. Have a thankful and a thriving Thursday. Say thank you all day long. Remind yourself of why God is good in your life and say thank you. And go throughout your day and be your best self. Try to be better today than you were yesterday. And be good to somebody today. Be gracious, be kind, extend a helping hand, do a good deed. And all of those things are free. They don't cost you any money. They just cost you a little bit of time. And what's that word? Compassion. So everybody be good to somebody today. Be the reason why somebody smiles today. And while you're being good to everybody else, don't forget to be good to yourself, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. No, you can't. So speak life over yourself. Speak life over everybody that you encounter today. Spread love in every way that you can, in little ways, medium ways, big ways. And then be open to genuinely receiving back the love that people want to give to you. And then just go and just be better today. Be better today and be a blessing to somebody in whatever way you can. Bless somebody. Do a random act of kindness today. Whatever it is. And it could be a compliment. It could be, sharing half of your cookie. It could be, whatever, sitting down. You see somebody sitting by themselves and you go, hey, how you doing today? Just, smile at somebody. Somebody who got a scowl. And you smile at them, hey, good afternoon. Your smile could change their whole day. So that's it. That's all, y'all. I think that's it. Yeah. So have a blessed and beautiful day on purpose. Circle back around this afternoon for PM with Kim, and I'll have an update on this elbow. And until then, be your best self. Be your best self. And remember, you are your only competition. You are your only competition. And you're competing to be better today than you were yesterday. Let God use you today. Let God use you today. And walk in your Godfidence today. Knowing that God has got you. He's covering you. He's keeping you. His angels are surrounding you. And that you are wonderfully and fearfully made in His image. And that He is going to bless you and keep you and lead you and guide you. Hold on to His unchanging hand. He's something special. Whew. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings from my heart to yours. I love you. I love you. I love you. Don't forget me in the PM, y'all. All right. Have a blessed and beautiful day on purpose.